So I had to come out last night to talk to U-Haul and try to plead my case, and I was very displeased with the case I was pleading. And then finally Chris Mallard from U-Haul called me and was barking at me, or finally somebody from U-Haul called me and was barking at me, telling me the Route 8 and the location would have it. And I basically lost it. Not on them, but I lost it. And they basically said, well, there's nothing we could do. I mean, and I was very unpleased with the case I was pleading. But they can't treat me like that as a crew chief with the mowers and stuff. They can't treat me as a crew chief, company owner like that. I'm chief of my own company. I make my own decisions. They don't get to make the decisions for me about my trucks, and Chris from U-Haul yesterday was the crew chief at Vernon Odom, and he was not very pleased with the case he was pleading. Chris did not want to, he didn't want me to have to deal with corporate. Chris wasn't very pleased with the case he was pleading. I mean, I can tell you that straight from the get-go. And so, anyway, Chris said something about the trailer. And me and him were both displeased with corporate. I was trying to plead my case. He was trying to plead his. And then corporate started yelling at me. I said, no, I'm not even the one that's yelling at you. You're the one that's yelling at me. And so we basically, I talked to the general manager and the employee that was yelling at me. I talked to the general manager from that company. The employee that was yelling at me was fired on the spot. Because you cannot treat a customer who is pleading a case from a move for a job that's less than 2 weeks away, probably a week and a half. No. Yeah. No. 2 weeks. 2 weeks away. You cannot treat a customer like that. And I pled my case with U-Haul. I did. They're the ones that screwed it up and made me mad. So, Chris calls corporate and tries to plead his case. My case is the fact that I can't get one out of Vernon Odom Boulevard. Yeah, I just can't believe that they yelled at me like that. I didn't even call them. I didn't even request too many callbacks or anything. I would expect more from U-Haul. Yeah, really.